remains here at the 2022 Noble CrossFit Games, and in a matter of hours, we will know who is the fittest on earth. Thanks for being with us today. We are set to go for men's event 11, the Alpaca. 30 men, the entire field will be out there in the North Park. The overall leaders will all be right in the middle of the field. Saxon Panchik in lane 18 has an event win in the North Park earlier. He won up and over. And Spencer Panchik still very much in contention for Rookie of the Year. But we mentioned it coming in. The top 3 spots, we know who, we just don't know where.
Oh man, I can't think of coming into a Sunday like this ever at the games in a long time. Maybe 2015 with that back and forth between Ben Schmitt and Matt Fraser. But these 3 guys have been going head to head all weekend long, and with an event like this, anything can happen.
We are underway. We start with a sled push loaded with 6 70-pound kettlebells. They have to push it 2 sections, and then they will unload 2.
And this is a heavy sled. And this is a unique element. This sled was designed by Rogue Fitness for specifically this event. So this Alpaca sled is a very unique piece of equipment. So they're going to drop 2 kettlebells at the double line, advance the sled until they get to the next one, drop another 2 until the very end, and then we'll get into our kettlebell clean and jerks.
And Justin Medeiros is in a very similar situation to last year. He just has to stay close to Ricky and Roman right now.
And a much bigger buffer between him and Pat Vellner, because when you look at the points between the 2 of them, so 17 points is not a lot.
Travis Mayer is out front early along with Sam Quad. Now most men are getting to their first set of now 20 kettlebell clean and jerks. Justin Medeiros starting ahead of Roman Krennikov and Ricky Garrard.
And the way this event has changed is that it's completely opened the field so that anyone has a possibility of being successful here. It turns into a very high-skilled pulling movement of grip fatigue and technique to an absolute dogfight of an event of athletes that are just going to have to fight each other for these points.
Joseph Medeiros taking a break. Sam Quant, Yonakoski, Travis Mayer, and now Tim Paulson in the lead. Paulson is through 14 of those 20 clean and jerks. That's Travis Mayer on the right side. Mayer coming in 19th place overall.
See Mayer losing control of it, and that's the tough part about these kettlebells. It's 70 pounds in each hand, and you think it's like, oh, 140-pound clean and jerk, how hard can that be? With these kettlebells, they're so oddly weighted. If you have never used one before, start doing this, because this is a nasty test of strength and stamina.
Pat Vellner, Yonakoski, Ricky Garrard, and now Sam Quan all towards the front. Quan has 3 reps remaining, as does Krennikov. Garrard and Medeiros are neck and neck. Pat Vellner now on his, what should be his final rep. Now Roman Krennikov will be the first man back to his sled. Ricky Garrard is out ahead of Medeiros, and Sam Quad is moving as well.
You see Ricky on the right's pushing with his arms. I'd advise that, if you're already pressing overhead, Roman's pushing from his shoulders, trying to give his arms a break. Same thing with Justin Medeiros.
And now we go to 15 kettlebell clean and jerks. And then they'll reload and push another section.
And that's the unique part about this test at the end, is because pushing out, okay, went heavy to light, but on the way back, the reps are going to decrease. Fantastic. The sled weight is going to increase, as well as the distance at the very end. They're only pushing 1 section for the first 2. They'll push double to get to the finish line.
Every man wearing those hand grips. Roman Krennikov is In first place right now, Brent Fikowski, Yodakovsky, Pat Vellner, and Sam Quant all fighting for second, but Krenikov is more than halfway through. He has 5 remaining now. Ricky Garrard is up there as well. Justin Medeiros has fallen off the pace here. Let's go down to Mike Arsenault.
The CrossFit community has been waiting to see Roman Krenikov compete in person at the CrossFit Games for 5 years, and his performance thus far makes people wonder, will we see him again? Well, I have some news from his coach, Nick Fowler. Roman, his wife, and his son now have P1 visas, which means they will be staying in the United States for the next 5 years. So as long as the fitness stays there, there's a good chance we're going to see Roman continue to compete at the CrossFit Games for years to come.
That is fantastic news.
Goosebumps down the forums with that, Mike.
Roman Krenikov now in the lead. Ricky Garrard is in second, and along with Brent Fikowski, now Sam Quant is moving.
Now for these final 10, do you take the chance? Do you gamble on yourself to get through these 10 and try to get to that finish line? And this is big for Ricky and Roman with Medeiros behind them.
Justin Medeiros right now is in 8th place in the heat. Krenikov and Fikowski are top 2. Garrard and Vellner up there as well. Ricky needs to shave 17 points off of Medeiros' lead to tie him for the top spot on the leaderboard. Yodakovsky on the left side, he is moving up into the top 4.
Sean, we were talking last year, the battle between Vellner and Justin, and they couldn't get away from each other because they didn't have the help. This year, they have the help. Quant is back. Roman, Ricky, Fikowski, Jukic.
And there goes Roman Krenikov, who right now sits in 3rd place, only 39 points out, and he already has 1 event win here, and he's looking at another. He has to push the sled entirely across the finish line, and Roman Krenikov is going to rack up another 100 points.
And we talk about the dogfight we've had all weekend. Keep your eye in the back between Ricky Garrard and Justin Medeiros.
Garrard and Medeiros are tied on the sled. Here come Quant, and I think that's Vellner, but Medeiros is putting on a late charge, and Justin Medeiros is going. Jason Hopper got in between the 2 of them. Roman Krenikov now is really going to make things interesting heading into the final 2 events. Krenikov is only 22 back of Garrard for second. More men finishing up here. But the top 3 are Krenikov, Quant, and Vellner, Guimaraes, then Justin Medeiros, then Hopper, then Garrard, and Tim Paulson finishing in 8th place. That's when he's finishing the competition.
And so we're looking at as Medeiros still in 1st after this. His distance has increased, potentially another 6 points between him and Ricky. But Krenikov is now